All right, so I have some gas cans here. This is these cans are no spill. The brand is no spill. Let's see, you guys see that? See that? It says no spill. All right, no spill gas can. So I have obviously I have several of them. 3 2.5 gallons, 2 1.25 gallons, and actually four 2.5 gallons. So this one over here, that's the very first one that I bought over 10 years ago. Then I needed a little bit more, so I bought this one. Then I needed more, then I bought, eventually I bought these 3. And this one right here, this is my latest one. This one actually I found at Walmart of all places. So this is sort of a, even though it's the newest one, the newest design, but it uses the old design. So you notice my first one, you're missing the strip here. So this strip here, what these strips are, is basically it's a view indicator. So when the gas goes up, you can actually see the level of the gas, right? So they have that on both the front and the rear. So the one that they sell at Walmart is it's sort of like the older version. It doesn't have that. So basically it's cheaper. These cans here, basically these cans you can only get them at like specialty places like lawnmower places and places that sell professional equipment, and that's what they're targeted for. They're targeted for landscapers and such and such. So they're pretty pricey. They're like, for a 2.5 gallon can, it's like $30 or more for one of these. I think they're about $30 or so at the store. You can get them on Amazon. I got most of these on Amazon for 20 something, maybe $25 or something like that, whatever it is. Slightly cheaper. But this thing at Walmart, this one was only $20. So it's like $10 cheaper than the lawnmower store, right? So so that's the difference. Mainly the difference. Other difference you see up here, the color of the cap, but the functionality and how it works, everything's the same. And even how it locks, the locking mechanism right here, how it locks. You have this little not a ratchet, but the can itself has a little stopper here, so that way it hits each tab here, so it doesn't open out. You have to actually squeeze this in, so that way it clears that little tab that sticks out to be able to take it out. Right? So you have to figure that out. So all those cans have it except for the original one. The older one, the older style, actually has something similar down here, but mine actually broke off a long time ago. It's a little bit different. The older design, slightly different from the most current one. So anyway, so this is the most current one, which is all the same. And you look at the no spill website, you can see there how the demo. So I won't really talk about that and how it works. I just want to show you guys all the various versions that they have. So this new one actually came with this little strainer in here. So the idea of this is to keep crap from going inside the can itself, right? But that doesn't really make sense, because you're gonna have to pour out whatever anyway. So if it gets crap here and when you pour it out, the crap that this thing holds, it's gonna end up in your lawnmower, for example. So it doesn't make any sense to do that. So this thing is basically kind of useless, and it actually hinders when you fill this up too. It hinders because it's in here, and as gas is pouring in, since it's it's not, the holes are not that big, so it'll fill up, and the gas will slowly come down so it fills up real easy. And when you have your gas nozzle in here, when the gas fills up, it hits the nozzle turns off. So it's a very slow filling process. So I actually took this off from this latest version from Walmart. And actually on this thing, it doesn't even say no spill, because the no spill brand, they actually reserve that for the I believe I don't know for sure, but this is what my theory is that they reserve that no spill name for for the higher end stuff, whereas for at Walmart they're calling it easy can, right? But it's still no spill. You look down here on the bottom, it says no spill Inc., no spill incorporated, right? Same thing with here, no spill incorporated. So it's essentially still the same can, just $10 cheaper. The only difference is really the viewing port, and that doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, you leave this in sunlight, for example, you can actually see when the sunlight shines through here, you can actually see the shadow of the gas. So I mean, it's not as easy to see as the clear port. Oh, excuse me, allergies. But I don't think it's worth the $10 to have this extra. Anyways, so you're like, what the hell do I have so many cans for? I don't have any equipment. I don't have a lawnmower or anything like that, or at least I don't have a gas powered lawnmower. I basically use these to fuel my bikes. My motorcycle and my scooter. So all these cans will last me if I ride my motorcycle every weekend. One weekend, and my scooter, I commute on that thing. All these cans, it's actually good enough to last me 2 weeks. That way I never have to go to the gas station. And I hate going to the gas station, especially with the scooter, because it's a small gas tank, right? It's only like 5 liters or 6 liters, 5 or 6 liters. I think 5 liters. So it's less than a gallon and a half. And since I commute with that thing, I don't want to, and I commute 80 miles a day. So that means I basically have to fill that scooter up every day, and I don't want to stop by the gas station every day, wasting time. So basically, for my car, I also only top up my car every 2 weeks. So it's kind of perfect. That's why I got enough cans to last me 2 weeks. So when I go and fill up my car, I bring my cans with me, fill all these up, and that way I could just gas up at home a lot faster, a lot easier. Basically, I don't have to go to the gas station once every 2 weeks. So that's a lot easier. In the future, I'm thinking of, I don't know, maybe getting rid of these, giving it to someone and getting 2 more of this bigger one. So that way I have, each of these are 2.5 gallons, so that's 5 gallons, 10 gallons. If I get 2 more, that'd be 15 gallons. Right now it's only 5, 10, 12 and a half. I'm gonna have 12.5 gallons. So that's just a showing of this no spill can. Its evolution. Actually, if you look at my original one, the original design compared to this one right here, this is actually the older version of this can. You actually see it's different. The shape is slightly different, right? This one here is actually a little bit wider. You see it's a little bit wider. This one's a little bit narrower. This one's actually a little bit taller. So there is that shape difference from the original one, but it's still same capacity, 1.25 gallon gas can. And so far mine's lasting. I've had this one for, wow, so it's been over 10 years now. It's over 10 years, and I bought this one a few years after that one. After I bought this one, No Spill came out with this new design a couple years after I bought that one. Then I got this, and so on and so forth. And obviously this is the most current one that I got at Walmart. It's not nice. It's actually, I think it's cheaper to make it solid than it is to make the strip. But yeah, I mean, it really hasn't changed. And the main thing is about the no spill can is the cap and how it works, right? How it works. That's why they call it no spill. So on these ones, I have the extension. I have these extensions here. They make it a lot easier to to fill up certain things. You know, if you're just filling up lawnmowers, it's no big deal. It's all equally the same, I think. But if you were filling up other things besides lawnmower, you need a little bit more length. The only bad thing about that is that the no spill design of the valve here doesn't work with this extension. And the reason for that is, let's look at this here and how it works. So you look here, look at the nozzle. See that on the outside, right? There's the opening on the outside, and there's the opening on the middle. The opening in the middle is what lets the air go back into the can. So when you're filling, the gas will go out the two sides, right? And air goes in this side. So how this cap works, that when the gas reaches this, it blocks, you know, when the gas level reaches up here, it blocks the air from going out. So basically it creates a vacuum in the can, so it doesn't let the gas go out anymore, right? So that's how it basically shuts off itself, even though the valve here is still held open. So with the extension, the gas isn't able to do that. Let's say you fill up and the gas reaches, you know, you're at the top of the gas can of your gas can of the not gas can the gas your gas tank, like on your lawnmower, for example. If you reach the top of it here, but this thing keeps on spilling out because you haven't reached the actual air block off. So this doesn't work very well with that. So you actually have to keep an eye on that. But without this extension, it works perfectly fine. So yeah. So basically, I have this for not for like a lawnmower, but you know, for my bikes. It's just easier. When I fill up my bike, it reaches a little bit better. And actually, I actually cut it down. It originally was actually, I think, twice as long. This clear tube here was twice as long, but I cut it down to basically when I you know, tuck it in this direction, it's flush here. So that way when you carry it around, it's a lot easier. Otherwise, it sticks out like so. So that way, you know, when you transport it, it doesn't have an extra thing that sticks out. It makes it a little bit more troublesome carrying it around. So that's it. So these are basically the best cans I think on the market. They literally don't spill any gas at all. They don't spill any gas from this area or nothing. Everything stays sealed. So they really are the best gas can on the market, and I've used a lot of them. And most of the cans out there are so cheap, and they're just awful. They just don't work. Period. These are only cans that work really well, designs really well. So that's why I have a whole bunch of them. And the best part down here, let's look at this. The best part right there. Proudly made in the US. So yeah, got my approval. 2 thumbs up. All right. So thanks for watching.